Texas is currently being hit by a historic snowstorm called Uri. Already 4 people have died and millions are without power. The entire state is going mad.
Fire up the bobtail truck!
And of course the whole thing is being politicized, but there is one main reason why Texas is having unprecedented blackouts. If you're in Texas, I really feel for you. I've been to Texas several times and it's always been unbearably hot. So I understand why you wouldn't prepare for such low temperatures. Apparently as low as 0 Fahrenheit. That's like minus 17 degrees Celsius. And of course it wouldn't be 2021 without people splitting it into 2 separate parties. So some politicians are blaming the blackouts entirely on renewable energy. I actually had no idea the entire state of Texas was powered by renewable energy. I mean, what an incredible achievement. Yeah, that's because it's not. Not at all. In fact, only 23% of the entire grid is powered by renewable energy. More than half of it is powered by natural gas. And guess what? That froze too. It's not just wind turbines freezing. They have wind turbines in Antarctica. It's the entire electrical infrastructure that's failing. Look at these images. That reminds me of that scene in Die Hard 2, actually. None of these machines have been prepared for such low temperatures. And I get it. You don't buy flood insurance on a house that sits at the top of a mountain. But once in a century, that could be a tsunami. The main things that's breaking all over Texas are pipes. Just dumb pipes exploding everywhere.
Oh my freaking... How do I do...
There are no pipes in wind turbines or solar panel systems, just electric cables. Now, countries in Europe share power all the time. For example, France exports its nuclear power all over Europe. So why can't Texas borrow power from, say, New Mexico or Oklahoma? And that's because Texas has its own power grid, shut off from everybody else, which makes it really vulnerable. And that's the real reason why they have massive blackouts right now. All in the name of freedom. And yes, freedom has a price. And apparently that price right now is no power. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, also known as ERCOT, which manages the electricity in Texas, was the first independent system operator, or ISO, in the US. Let's have a look at how they came about.
Texas Public Utility Commission Chairman Donna Nelson says the Federal Power Act was a key moment. Congress passed the law in 1935 to regulate the interstate activities of electric power.
The utilities in Texas were smart, and they got together and they made an agreement that nobody was going to send power outside of Texas.
Most of the United States is either in the eastern or the western interconnect. ERCOT, for various historical reasons, has been its own interconnect, sort of an electrical island in the United States. We have one major regulator with the Public Utility Commission, and that independence has been jealously guarded, I think, both by policymakers and by the industry in ERCOT.
That video didn't age well. So it was basically the dodge federal regulation. Essentially, if you don't transmit power across state line, you don't get regulated by the government. And so they went for it. It looks like Texas is on their own on this one. Will they change things around and join the rest of the grid? Probably not, because this is a one-off, right? These storms are not getting worse and more frequent at all. So what do you think they should do? Let me know in the comments below and make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. It's free. See ya.